pivot is probably one of the most important starters of the swing that helps you get in positions during it. So the pivot relates to what's going on down here, and this allows your arms and your body and your torso to work in a way that gets that club on plane, which is the most efficient way to swing the golf club. So what is pivot? So a lot of the time in lessons what I'll see is people will be going this way, so swaying. There might even be the opposite where we go this way, or basically these hips are working in a way that we'll have to have compensations to get back to get that consistency of strike. So this pivot is going to improve your strike to start with. Then we're going to be working on club face in another video that helps us get more control. So basically, think about the pivot as the foundations of the building that you can build on, and it will be sturdy for the rest of it. So pivot, what we're looking to do is as you take that turn back, we're trying to stay centered, but while turning around that center point. So what I see a lot of is weight transfer. So we're going right to left. In this instance, what we want is as we turn here, we're actually changing a pressure shift in our feet. So for me, it's on the inside of this right foot and the inside of this left foot. That allows me to turn my hips all the way around. To do this at home is grab yourself a chair, and what you want to do is park yourself with your lead side on the chair. Take a couple of practice swings, and what the idea here is as you turn back, we're maintaining the pressure on the chair, we're not pushing it, we're just maintaining that same pressure to get the back loops of your trousers towards or resting on this chair. This then what causes is this space here, so if I stick this here, we're moving away from that club, which then will create better pressure on top of that ball as we come through. So as a drill, this is a perfect one to be able to work on, where you push in that chair to get in that same place. Stage of this is making sure that once we've got that turn and we've got that pressure on that lead side, that we maintain it there. So as we get to the top, we're moving onto that lead side, or feeling the pressure on the lead side, moving that hip back. As we get to this point, we maintain that pressure on the left side, enabling us to get into this position where we're going to strike the ball a hell of a lot better, and then rotating through. From this view, what we're looking to do is, as we get back to here, we've got all this turn here, the knees will separate, and then get that club back on plane. The ideal sort of position for when we get that swing back is if I was not to move my arms away from my chest and just keep this triangle, as we pivot back, automatically that club comes with us, then we hinge up to get to the top. So because we're getting into this position, we've got connection between the club and the body, then we're going to be more consistent in one, getting the same takeaway, but also return it back. The biggest problem I see in a lot of golfers is when they do the pivot, we've got separation where we've got 2 or 3 things moving at once, and then the hips are going in another direction as well. So if you think of the swing as, or the back swing as 3-4 movements, that's not going to be as repeatable as the 1 to potentially just 2 movements to get that back swing. So what we're looking to do is put that pressure on that lead side. Imagining we're pushing into that chair on the way back, and on that way through we're maintaining it all the way through to the finish. So from this view, what you can see is as I turn, my right hip moves out the way, creating space on that trail side, and if I had the chair there, I would still be creating that pressure, and then rotating on that left foot.